Hey guys, today we're going to have a look at how to replace outer race on a hub for a trailer. You'll see many videos on how to replace the bearings, but very few on dealing with the issue of the and outer race. First of all, I've already taken these out, unfortunately, and I don't have another one because I've already done that one. But to get these out, I suggest some WD-40. You spray it in there, or some paraffin, leave it in some paraffin overnight, at least overnight if it looks quite bad and corroded, and you want to get it as soaked as possible. Okay. The next thing that you're going to do is try and remember what this gap is. If you can, even measure it, how far the race goes down. In this case, on this side, I've got 7.5 millimeters is the gap when it's down, and on this side, on the inner larger bearing side, this is 8.5 millimeters, but it's going to vary from hub to hub, so you're going to have to measure that. So try and remember to measure that before you actually take the race out. Now, once you've soaked it in your WD-40 or your paraffin or whatever, okay, go and buy yourself the most expensive punch you can get. If you buy a Fong Kong Special, this tip is not going to last. You're going to hit this outer race once and that's going to be dented. I don't know what metal they use, but it's probably from a balsa tree or something, but it's certainly not the high tensile steel that you need. So go and buy an expensive punch, okay, like this. And all you're going to do is, and also remember, guys, it's very important to remember the layout here. Your outer race is going to go up to that end there. You see that end there? There is going to be this gap here. If you didn't remember this gap, you're going to try and knock this race down to that lip there, like what I used to do in the old days, and bugger the whole thing up, thinking that the race had to go down to there, but it doesn't. It only goes to there. But this could vary from hub to hub, so just watch out for that. Okay, and all you're going to do is you're going to go one side, well, you know, from the other side. Now, in this case, to do the other side, you're going to knock it down there, tap, tap, this side here, tap, tap, and anyway, you're going backwards and forwards, and it will eventually come out. Do not force it. Do not hit it too hard. It needs to soak a little bit more. Soak it a little bit more. The next thing that you're going to need to do when you get that out, obviously give it a nice clean with a cloth. Okay. Take some 600 paper like this and just sand the inside. Not all the way down. You just want to sand this outer area here, because this tends to be a little bit of a burr to get the race in there. Okay, let me do that and then we'll do the next part. Right, now that I've water papered this with 600, I've done that on both sides, as you can see there. Okay, any little burr that there might have been there is gone. Don't go all the way down, just do this edge along here. Okay, then you're going to take the grease that comes with your little grease pack and you'll throw that away. Definitely don't use that. Hand cleaner, yeah, no, we can keep that. And then you've got your bin. Okay, so we'll keep the hand cleaner. Remember to throw the grease away. The grease is useless. There's your bearing itself, and then these are the two outer races. This is what we're going to deal with. Okay, the bearings and the seal we will deal with later, but these are the two that we want to sort out now guys. To get this in past here, you can take the hub and put it in the oven at the maximum heat for 20 minutes or so, or half an hour, whatever. Get it really nice and hot. Take these two outer races, pop them in the freezer. It'll make a hell of a difference. Just remember, you're going to need your wife's oven mitts, and they might not be the same if you didn't clean this hub properly, and you'll end up having to buy a new pair. But yeah, so put that in the freezer, and then what I use one of these butane heater things, and I just heat this up, and then I put the outer race on top there, and then I have a size 36 socket, and I use this end here to knock that one in. I just need this side, you know, not the whole thing to go in. I just need this reduced section of this brand of socket, obviously, just to knock that race in like that. You see, I'll put that on there, and then I'll put that on there like that, and then I'll just give it a tap. But you need to put a piece of wood on top of it like that, and then you sort that out like that. Don't destroy the edge of your socket. Okay, for the other side, you pop this over like that, and you'll see this socket is the perfect size. It just slots inside there like that. So when you do this race here, it will just take 1 or 2 taps and it will go in. Okay, let me heat that up, and we'll do that next. Okay guys, so you're going to heat up the whole hub around this area, but don't just do the inside, also do the base and the outside all the way around like that. Okay. Then take your race, the thick part on the inside, drop it in like that, and it should get it nice and level, and just tap it until it's flush, and pop, it will just fall in like that if you've heated up enough. And that's it, guys. Just one more thing to take note of here. Just be careful that when you heat this up and you tap this in, that you didn't heat it up so much that this bottom race fell down. Make sure that this little gap, the focus is gone now, but basically this gap is the same as when you started heating it. So just be careful of that. Oh yes, another quick little tip. Do not use water or anything like that to cool this down. I just use a little bit of WD-40, so you get that last little bit of oil in there as you're dabbing, as it cools down, and then do that on both sides. But make sure it's not too hot by the time you do that. I don't know if that's a good practice or a bad practice. It's just something that I've done.